Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Nose Creek Video Blog. Today's topic is upper quadrant stretches, okay? So when I say upper quadrant, basically that means the top half of your body. And there's two key muscles here that we love to stretch that will help with our posture. Quite often during the day as we lose out to gravity or we get that kind of slumping posture, our shoulders become rounded, our head is thrown forward into what we call a forward carriage posture. That's a really bad posture that's going to put more pressure on your neck. And we know with research that back in the early 1990s, Dr. Kapanji taught us that in this position, our head weighs about 12 pounds to 16 pounds, depending on the size of your head. But for every inch you go forward, you add another 10 pounds of pressure to the base of your neck. So if you want to wear your neck out really fast, keep slouching is what I was jokingly tell people. But if we're more upright intermittently during the day, we're taking the pressure off that lower neck area. So the two muscles that are really key to upright posture through the upper back is your pecs. Okay, so we're going to learn how to stretch out your pecs by doing a doorway stretch in just a minute. The other one is our lats. Our lats attach up into our shoulder and then down right into what we call the lumbricodorsal fascia, kind of in our upper or in our lower back rather. So it's a big muscle. If you've ever seen any swimmers on TV, that's what gives them that V back. Those are big latissimus muscles that they use for pulling in the water. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how to stretch that one first. So what you want to do is set yourself up against a wall. Take your feet off the wall, bend your knees a little bit, so it's what I call a shallow squat. Then you're going to pelvic tilt, so you flatten your back into the wall, and that creates tension through that lumbricodorsal fascia where the lats attach. Then you're going to lock your elbows straight, palms up, and then chest up, and then tuck the chin so your head's on the wall. Let's big breath in, and then breathe out, keep your arms up, and then a second breath in, stretch up 2 more inches, and out. So the arms come down on the second breath out, and you might even get a bit of a tingle in your hands. That's okay, don't worry about that. It's only temporary, and that's just flossing the nerves that come from your neck into your hands. So let's do it again, just to make sure. So again, pelvic tilt, chest up, shoulder blades flat, tuck the chin in, head on the wall. For those of you that are older and you can't get your head on the wall, that's okay, but just make sure you tuck your chin so you feel stretch in the upper neck. Okay, and then it's big breath in, and then breathe out, and then big breath in, drive it up 2 more inches, and out. Okay? And generally what I tell patients is do that 10 times and you'll notice that you actually start to straighten up over the next couple weeks. The first couple times you do it, I'll warn you, you'll feel really stiff in your upper back. It'll almost feel like your upper back's kind of jamming up, but persist through that and you'll start to readjust your posture. I do this during the day showing patients how to stretch, but therapeutically I do it myself on my days when I'm not treating patients, in my office at home just to kind of reset my posture. So I do it kind of in the morning and then do it once in the afternoon. It's just a quick way to kind of reset that posture and take the tension out of your neck because again, your neck becomes the victim of our posture, okay? Or poor posture that is. So for the next stretch, we're just gonna walk over to the door. So we're gonna head over this way. And so that's why we call this a doorway stretch, because we're actually gonna, as long as you've had no history of trauma to your shoulders, you're gonna put the forearms on the door frame, put 1 foot through the doorway. We're gonna lean our chest and hips through the doorway. So we get a big stretch in our chest. And you want to kind of tuck your chin in as well, just so you don't hurt the neck. And it's big breath in, and then breathe out. And as you breathe out, try to lean a little bit further through the doorway, okay? And you're going to get a massive stretch through your chest and really open up that rib cage, okay? And then try 1 foot with 1 foot forwards on one side, and then kind of switch your feet. So I just did one with my right foot, then I'm going to do one with my left foot, and again, a little bit of a pelvic tilt on the bottom, and then lean the chest and hips, the whole trunk through the doorway. And so we want to get a big stretch to the chest. 2 common errors with this one is people will tend to do this, where they're just kind of leaning their shoulders and not their hips through the doorway, and that creates adverse tension in the shoulders. Or they'll kind of do this, where they're just kind of leaning their hips and not their chest through. So again, make sure pelvic tilt, the whole trunk comes through the doorway. Now, if you get shoulder pain here, I'm just going to show you an alternate real quick. Some of us have old shoulder injuries or we've dislocated your shoulder in the past. Instead, excuse me, what you want to do is a corner of the wall stretch. So to do that, you basically have your hands just below shoulder height, put 1 foot into the corner of the wall, and then again, pelvic tilt, and then just lean your whole chest and hips into the corner of the wall. So you get a big stretch in your chest. Okay, and again, you can use breathing. Big breath in and breathe out, and go further into the corner of the wall. And that will kind of lengthen out the chest. Now, what you can do is, if your shoulder's bad, just start to wherever you feel comfortable. And then as you're getting better, you can bring your arms up, and eventually you'll get to the point where you can do the doorway stretch, and then you can flip back to the doorway. Okay, so there's 2 key stretches to really readjust your upright posture, and we need to be upright to be productive and have less pain in our neck and upper back. Okay, so really important stretches that you just become part of your lifestyle. I think for myself, I kind of just do these out of habit now, at least once a day in my life, to kind of reset my posture in the afternoon if I've been working on my computer quite a bit during the day. All right, so there you go, folks. Upper quadrant stretches, pec doorway stretches, and lat wall stretches. All right, so practice those at home, and I guarantee you're going to start to have more upright posture and less pressure on your neck and upper back. All right, so take care. Blair Shackley from Nose Creek Sport Physiotherapy, where we get you moving faster and feeling better. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.